This is my Stern Star Trek Pro. It is January 26th. This machine is 100% fully functional. I'm going to give you a quick update on the history on this. The only thing that is wrong, missing, whatever with this machine is it's missing the sticker on this side. I am working through pinballpro.com to get a new one. They're $59.99 and I'm in the process of ordering one, and if we end up doing a trade, I will throw that in along with it. This is obviously not the original Translite. This is the alternate one, which I don't know what it's called, but it's off of eBay. It is much better than the stock one. If you like the stock one, I have it right down there. In a previous video, I had talked about not being able to get into the back box properly without prying it open. I opened it up and I made some very slight alterations to the lock because I don't have the key for this. But as of now, you can just open it with no issues. I just put a new bulb in here today, so it is much brighter and looks much better than it used to. But if you come look up here, you will see that there are no issues with the boards whatsoever. At least there are none to the best of my knowledge. Now, in the past month, I have put in new rubbers in this machine, so it is very bouncy and works. There we go. I've put new rubbers in the machine, so it is very bouncy. The only other modifications I've made to this is I've replaced the piece of plastic that was underneath the ship that was cracked. That's a brand new piece. And this light over here has been replaced. As you can see, both these LEDs work just fine right now. I'm trying to think of, obviously I have the side art blades in here. Aside from the back box piece, but like I said, I'm getting a new sticker. The only other, just highlighting anything that's wrong on this machine, just make sure everybody knows what's going on. If you look at the Star Trek logo here on the ramp, you will see there's a cracked plastic piece right here. Presumably that's from an air ball. It took me a couple of weeks to even notice that was there, but you can special order the part through pinballpro.com if you really want to, if it's bugging you. And if you look down here, you can see, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the game has been played before, so there's a little bit of wear down here on the launch ramp. Now, machine, I've got a nice keychain for this, and I do have a Star Trek pin cup on this. If this game is being traded for a Star Trek The Next Generation, I would like to keep that. If we're not trading for a Star Trek, I'll throw that in. If you have an additional pin cup that you could bring me, I would appreciate it. If we open this up in here, everything looks good. I do have the original manual that it came with. Inside the cash box, there's extra goodies, just pricing cards, a couple of minor plastics that came with the machine. Looks like somebody left 50 cents in there, but that's all good. Everything looks pretty clean in here, and let's see here, if you hit the menu, all that works fine. You can see there's no errors. I did replace the end of switch, something on one of these little flipper things here to get one of the error codes to go away, but it is working 100%. And if you go through to the audits, games, okay, left orbit, right orbit pop bumper hits, blah, blah, blah. This has presumably been reset at some point in time, like resetting the odometer on this thing. I have no idea how many games this has actually had, but it looks like about 250 games since it's been reset, for whatever it's worth. But one more walk around here, and then I'll play it for a minute. I don't see any issues with the decals on this side. I don't see anything with the front. The gentleman I got this from said that when he had it shipped, that this piece had gotten bent out of shape or something, and that this is a replacement that the insurance company sent. Works just fine. I've never had any issues with it. And decals on this side look good. I guess if you really wanted to be picky, I mean, there's a little spot here where it's been touched up from having the, what do you call it, the playfield lifted up. But I will very slowly move this up through here. I took the rubbers out, cleaned it to the best of my abilities as well. I did, like I said, add in the whatever you call the side art blades. If you want to be really picky, it's not perfect in that spot right there, and looks good on this side. Is there any? Yeah, there's a tiny little spot right there that you have to actually look out for to see. And there is a there's a scratch up here on the glass past the Vengeance, which you wouldn't know unless you were looking for it. But that's pretty much it. That is my overview highlighting all of the negatives of this game that I am currently aware of. Let me turn up a little bit. Play for just a minute. I got nothing else to bring up. I just wanted to show you that everything works fine. No lines out on the DMD. Don't know how well I can play one-handed here, though.
All right, I'm going to give you one more.
The magnets for the Vengeance, all that stuff works fine. I'm not aware of anything that does not work on the playfield. But there you go.
Emergency exit. On it, sir.